and not being able to retrieve your valuables before they.
You want to start with your name?
Sure. Ignacio Mora, Mora, veteran of the services from 69 to 72 during the Vietnam era. And I served my country with honor, honorable discharge. Never had a bad experience. Served my country proudly, but I'm not the only one that served and still wind up homeless because of the way society's built around, like you said, always got to be doing. So, sometimes you don't have that ability to do that, and you fall between the cracks. And here I am. Not everything works as it should. There's a lot of loopholes. Hey,
Mind if I show your dog?
yeah, that's Darla.
Darla?
She's 9 years old. She's my service dog now.
Service dog.
Ah, gracias.
So they brought up some food.
Thank you. This is a friends of mine that actually helped. They know about my circumstances, and actually they provided me with food one last night when they saw what thing was happening. Darla, Mama,
Okay. She's asleep.
she's a sweet dog.
How long have you been here in front of the library?
Well, actually, I've been off and on, living in a motorhome, off the streets here. Sometimes I was able to park here. They got kind of tired of that, so they got this public service guys to come over here and tag my stuff every time I got tagged, and I just wound up here.
They put a notice?
Huh?
They put a notice on your vehicle?
Yeah, 2 hours. Move it, or we're gonna take it. And last night they tagged it again. I was waiting 2 hours for them to give me a jump so I can move the vehicle, get it going, but they wouldn't do it. They decided to waste the 2 hours, and they called the sheriff's department, the tow truck, so that by the time everything is going on, they already had it on the damn tow truck, and no way to retrieve my valuables that were still in there, my documents, my bank accounts, my service records, all my documentation in my records, but no time to try to retrieve anything valuable that I was able to use to further my cause in order to find out how to prevent this from happening again to somebody else. Not knowing actually how the system works, and now I'm becoming a system of it or a victim of it. But that's the way it goes. I'm just glad hey showed up on time and I'm able to say something. I felt hopefully it'll get out and make some changes. Probably try to prevent more people from being forced into homelessness, having choices to try to do.
Are they just watching us?
Huh?
Are they watching us?
No, they're listening.
Or they're just letting people in?
Well, that's the regular people that come visit the library.
Have you had any people at the library telling you have to leave, or?
Well, they told me about not being allowed to being parked here and there, what you can and can't do. Try to abide by that, but it's kind of hard when you're forced into taking care of your dog, your valuables, and you got nowhere what place else to go. But they don't understand that.
How long have you had your dog? How long?
For about 4 months now.
4 months.
Yeah, I lost a dog. and this lady offered me her.
Somebody gave you the dog?
Yeah, this little old lady had two dogs, a boxer pup playing around, throwing the ball. She had her on a leash, and okay, this is a thing. The
Somebody's coming?
well, they said outreach. I'm gonna have outreach come over and provide me some avenues. Well, actually, I thought you were,
I mean, if you could,
huh?
if you can find help anywhere, you think it would be the library, right?
Well, yes, got all the information here.
And these people who brought you groceries, how do you know them?
Oh, friends around here.
Just people you know, locals?
Yeah, when I had a motorhome, they would come and visit me.
Nice.
Bring me stuff, whatever I needed.
It's nice of them.
You know, and that's what friends are for. They see my predicament and they try to help as much as they can, which was good. I
That's
needed
one
that.
thing I noticed living, homeless. Um, People are pretty friendly, actually. Like, they
Yeah,
help each other.
they actually come
Yeah.
out of the woodwork. Last night they saw what was happening. They got me some blankets, me some food. They didn't know I was going to be out.
Or you didn't even have a blanket?
Well,
Well, you came back from wherever you were at and your stuff was gone.
yeah. Well, I had stuff in my motorhome I could have used.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I was actually going to give everything away to the shelters for them to use whatever I had, pass it along to the ones that need it.
Yeah.
And but Darla was my
And the winter's arriving too, or
huh?
it's getting cold now. It's not as hot as it
Yeah,
was. So
not a,
it's not
summer
summer
was
anymore.
terrible, man. But now I can feel the chill in the air.
Well, I definitely think there's a lot of resources being given out,
Yeah, I wish
especially
I was able to.
in downtown. So
Well, I went through the VA system already
yeah, yeah,
once already
right.
for medical besides homelessness. So it kind of helped me a lot, got me through a lot of stuff.
Where did you grow up? I mean,
Huh?
what was your childhood like growing up as a boy? How was that? I mean, if you
I
don't mind,
I grew up in the barrio of East LA,
I'm familiar with there.
Maravilla.
Maravilla.
Nothing but gangbangers and dope dealers and everything else in between. So it's hard.
Is that what? Is that why you chose the military to maybe gain some discipline,
Well, I did it out of service.
or you got drafted? You told me.
Oh yeah, uh, drafted in '69, and then enlisted as a regular army for the extra year for my training and everything else I wanted to do, which was better than being a draftee. In the time of Vietnam, that was a short lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Body bag counts were then.
How long was the Vietnam War
Oh, what?
entirely? How many years was the war?
Well, over a decade.
Over a decade?
Over a decade with American supervisor helping the South Vietnamese against the North. We were there as advisors.
We were against the Viet Cong, right?
Well, the communists, the Viet Cong,
Right.
VC,
And who were they backed by?
China,
China was
Russia,
right.
all the Communist Party.
And that's when Russia became our enemy, right?
Yeah,
Because they were our ally when we were fighting against the Nazis, correct?
yeah.
I'm reading that in Oppenheimer right now.
Oh,
Talks about that.
Manhattan Report,
Yeah.
Manhattan Project. Excuse me.
Yeah.
They finally made a movie.
Yeah. I know I want to read the book before. I actually
Oh,
heard
okay.
about the book, hearing about the movie.
Oh yeah, Manhattan
Very
Project. That's when it
interesting.
started
Yeah.
the development of the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There was a lot of paranoia.
no shit.
The government had a lot of paranoia when it came to these
Nuclear
scientists.
bombs is paranoia.
Yeah.
So
About
when are they going to drop it on?
they didn't want they were afraid of the double agents maybe giving information on how to
Yes,
create an atomic bomb,
that's why they did the Manhattan Project, top secret from the top down.
relaying info to the Soviets. They were
Well, the
afraid.
Soviets stole it. They can steal anything they want.
Yeah.
That's how they stole the hydrogen bomb. most powerful weapon developed at that point in time.
You ever been married? Ever been in love? You ever?
Me? Yeah, I married two women, divorced them twice, had my three girls
Have
all
three
grown up.
daughters?
I was a regular guy, just going to work, trying to get the best jobs, the best pay, and help me out. So I'm here today because I had a goal, provide for my family, and that's the best incentive I had at that point. You come from the war, you have kids that are already born to you, so you got to do your best to try to provide for them.
Did the war affect you mentally?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's still affecting me now.
In which way?
The worst possible way. Trying to prevent suicide from happening. Many guys are coming back home mentally disturbed because of what they seen, what they went through. Sometimes they can't take it and they wind up in my situation where they find no hope. The only way out is to end it. I thought about it. It's hard not to. And yeah, I lost a lot of friends during that time.
Do you think there's a solution to homelessness?
Yeah, general relief is not the best way. Provide them an income. Have you heard that way of providing each and everybody an income, livable income, so that they can use that money for the future and keep from going under?
Is it that universal basic income?
Universal income, which I thought was a great idea, but that's communism, that's socialism.
Isn't
You
that
know,
what Nixon proposed?
huh?
Nixon proposed?
Who?
Richard Nixon proposed that idea?
Not then. I don't think I've heard of in that period of time. Just lately, I've heard it from politicians like Bernie Sanders and all these other guys who are running for president. Ideas that were floating about, try to prevent
Well,
homelessness
yeah,
and
but
poverty.
yeah. Well, the autonomous vehicles, the self-driving, all-electric vehicles that are being made now,
Yeah,
which in about 20 years
yeah,
there's going to be a
self-driving.
huge unemployment. Big percentage of the world is going to be unemployed because of all the jobs
Yeah,
that use vehicles,
created for the
and
purpose
the
of,
only
yeah.
option
Uh huh.
to prevent chaos would be a universal basic income. But do you think they're really
You
going to
know,
do that?
why not? We'll throw money away
Don't you just
every.
think this country will just end up being like India or China, where there's the rich and then just everybody else? Isn't that what's going on
Uh,
now?
nah, China, too overpopulated. They can't afford that now.
Well, that's what's going to happen to us. We're just a newer country than them. And if you look
Hmm.
at it, the patterns are the same.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of good ideas out there, but you gotta see which one's working,
Yeah,
which aren't the ones that are. You gotta be able to analyze them and be.
For you, brother.
appreciate you, man.
I see
Thank
your
you.
color. You're a veteran?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, me too. Retired Navy.
Oh, a lot of neighbor seaweeds.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you for your service. See, one brother. My brothers always step up, all for one and one for all. That's the way it should have been a long,
Do
long
you
time
believe in
ago.
God?
Huh?
Do you believe there's a God?
Do I believe in God? I know who He is. He's blessed me more than I am worth today. That's why I'm still here. 74 years old. Who in the hell thinks they're going to be around this old? Nobody prepares for that kind of stuff. But I survived at
Yeah.
least 5 near-death experiences. You know what those are? This was my this was my most the one that could have taken my life, but I made it through only by the grace of God. Am I still here talking about? I like to tell my story, write a book about it, and really make it
Do you deal with depression?
every day. Last night was the worst time. Why is this happening to me, man? What the fuck did I do wrong to deserve this? Living in my motorhome, but not being allowed to live freely without encumbrances of rules and regulations that you don't know nothing about because of the way the system's set up. Who knows what? It's geared to make people become homeless. They don't try to prevent it. They're the main cause of it. By not understanding the situation, not providing enough resources soon enough to prevent from going into this cycle of homelessness.
I mean, for a country who prides itself on being ahead in technology and
Yeah,
science, you think it's common sense that
exactly.
it would be harder, you know? I think there's
It's
common sense. I just
it's
think it's
hard. It's
denial, I
hard.
think.
It's hard. It's hard. Even after you think you've done the right thing,
Yeah.
hey,
Hey, do you have a phone?
huh?
Do you have a phone?
I had many phones, but
You
either
wanna
lost.
you wanna hang on to my phone number?
Yeah,
Call me if you ever want to share again, or you
sure,
ever need any
man.
help.
I appreciate it.
I'll leave my number
You're
right
the
here.
first one that stepped up to the plate that actually has offered me some kind of
Yeah,
a way to express myself and hopefully getting it out.
yeah. Well, there's benefits
To
both
be,
ways.
everybody should listen to what I have to say. Don't become a victim, but try to understand it before you get there and try to prevent that.
Do you think there was any crossroads where you should have went the other way?
Yeah, the road to heaven is many, many turns. You can get lost making a wrong turn. Something always kept me on the right path. I think it was the love of my mom and the teachings that she brought to me and the Word of God. And she showed me exactly what God was, what He did, and I saw it with my own eyes. I've experienced, I've experienced God's love, and I've always been grateful for that. For my mom showed me what God was, what God does, and to see it in my own lifetime that most powerful thing is that God is true. God is alive, and God is always going to be the one and only way.
As a boy, did you ever have any dreams, like an ultimate dream to be?
Yeah. Every boy has dreams, man.
What was yours?
Mine? Mine was to be a leader, to lead someone by providing them a roadmap.
So to teach,
Huh?
to
Yeah, a roadmap of things not to do in order to keep your eyes on the road and the prize ahead, which is God and only God. Nothing else matters. Like I said, near death experiences. About more than 5, I'm counting at least 7 times that I could have been gone.
if given an option, would you have avoided the service?
Avoided the service? No.
No.
Like I told you, I got drafted, but I volunteered next year to not become a target in my back and being sent to Vietnam for near for what they call it, short life expectancy in the Vietnam War.
So there was a different level of respect for somebody who was drafted and somebody who had enlisted.
Yes,
So frontliners were usually the ones that were drafted.
the frontliners were being the fodder, cannon fodder.
Like
It
waste
was a
or
it was a war of attrition. See how many people you can have killed and still maintain the war. Body count was just an offset.
so why do you think we were over there?
Political, political stuff.
So it was proxy.
It was proxy wars between Russia, China, and the United States, and everybody else in between.
So they use two lesser
Politics.
enemies to display their power.
hmm That's basically it. The war of attrition. See how many you can lose and still maintain
So they're kind of playing a board game.
the chess game of life.
They're playing a chess game.
That's all this is all what it is.
It's
You
like
got
having equipment that's been in the storage for so long and just kind of wanting to use it, you would say.
do you remember the military industrial complex? And that's all it is. It's the money making for war armaments. Hey, killing is good business. They provide more ammunition and keep the war machine going.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically it. Not for the good of the country, for the good of the people, for the good of the world, but for the money that is involved in making war implementations. They're expensive stuff. Contracts.
So, in short, what do you think is the most important advice that, through your wisdom of living,
Yeah,
you would give to some young person?
yeah. Find a solution is to get rid of governments that don't do anything for the people except collect money for war machine.
So, you would advise a young person to take that philosophy
Huh?
to change the government?
Huh?
That's what you would advise a young person?
And don't give up, man. Change the government from the inside out. You can't do it from the outside. We got to be within sight in order to actuate the policies changes that are needed.
Do you get lonely? Like, do you wish you would have a woman at your side?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm engaged to two women now.
But you actually have girlfriends right now? You actually have women that see you and give you their attention?
I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna stole me, 2 that wanna own me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy. Well, I've been driving down the road trying to loosen my load. Got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna stole me, 2 that wanna own me, 1 says she's a friend of mine.
How it is, right?
Hmm?
Usually how it is. Who is that?
Eagles.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
What song?
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
I've been taking it easy ever since. And I played. I got my guitar. I made videos. Spend my time learning songs. Throw them on YouTube.
I'm gonna head out, man. My bus is coming.
Huh?
My bus is almost arriving, but just throw your name again so we can know it. What's your name?
My name? Ignacio Mora Hernandez Jr.
Ignacio Mora Hernandez Jr.
I'm a product
You
of
had
my
good
dad.
parents?
Huh?
You had good parents?
I had beautiful, wonderful parents. I wouldn't have made it this far without them.
You still cling to what they taught you, huh?
Every word, every single word that meant something to me.
All right, Ignacio, I'm gonna give you my number, bro.
All right.
We're friends, all right?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Got it. For sure, man.
Thank you.